Hello everyone, and welcome back to another reaction video. This is the film theory about the Walten files. Now, recently I have done it easily. I've seen them all. Now we're watching the theory about it. Furthermore, I want to say that I'm now doing more live streams on Twitch. I'll be sure to leave a link to my channel in the description down below. So be sure to check that out right now, and you'll see it, or check it at the end of the video. Also, if you like these reaction videos, be sure to hit the like button down below to show your support and your love for it. Also, be sure to hit the subscribe button to be a part of the channel, so it shows your support for the channel, and so it motivates me more to make more videos like these for you all to enjoy. Other than that, there's nothing else to say, so let's get right on into it.
A portion of this episode is brought to you by Google One. Hello, and welcome to your first day on the job here at Theorist HQ. We have all sorts of fun planned for you as you start working as our newest...
Insert job title here.
Before we begin your exciting Theorist adventure, we are legally obligated to tell you that by continuing this tape, you are implicitly entering a legal agreement with Theorist is no longer liable for any injuries or, in rare cases, premature deaths befalling you or your family coming from any or all of the following: paper cuts, running with scissors, vending machine accidents, gray computer monitors, electrocution, dark web activities,
Yep, that seems about right.
Awkwardly placed knives. You're still there? Great. Welcome to your new job. Oh, and watch out for that thing that's behind the TV.
I'm too curious about this theory.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Film Theory, where we still think you're beautiful no matter how long your mangled corpse has been stuffed inside a robotic sheep. So if you've ever been on these channels for even a fraction of a second, chances are that you know that we're big fans of Five Nights at Freddy's. No, not that sort of fan. Put that thing away. You put it back in that heck closet where you came from. But in all seriousness, being a fan at this point is a bit of an understatement. Game Theory has gotten 45 episodes dedicated to the darn thing. Heck, in less than a year, Food Theory got an episode. It is practically a rite of passage for the Theorist channels at this point. But what about me? Poor little underappreciated Film Theory, the middle child. Between the official movie's constant delays and other FNAFy films like the Banana Splits and Willy's Wonderland being meh at best, it seemed like there was really no chance for the requisite Film Theory on animatronic horror set in a nostalgic 80s era restaurant franchise. But then I found the Walten files, a combination animation, live action, audio play, horror mystery experience here on YouTube created by the Chilean animator Martin Walls. The events of the story, which is still ongoing and unfinished according to its creator, obviously draws heavily from its FNAF source material, but it uses those elements to tell a horrific tale in its own fresh way. A tale where the biggest horror isn't the immortal aubergine serial killer, but rather our own failings as human beings. But in order to get to that end result, you first need to piece it all together. True to form, on a first watch, all you're gonna take away are a bunch of disturbing images, but if you dare to look closer, the real plot is hidden by glitches, reversed audio, unlisted videos, and even the scariest place of them all, the YouTube comments section. So what is the tale hidden inside the redacted Walten files? That, my friends, is what we aim to decode. At its core, we're very much in the FNAF tribute zone, at least at first. There is a Chuck E. Cheese-inspired family restaurant with animatronic robot mascots, a yet unspecified incident of 1974 that causes it to be condemned, and a legacy of horrific, possibly supernatural terrors spinning off from all of it. The restaurant in question this time, Bond's Burgers, which is said to have operated in 1974 in Brighton, Michigan. The hook? A troupe of robotic robotic mascot characters called the Showstoppers, which include our title character Bon Bunny, Boozoo the Ringmaster, Shaw the Sheep, Billy the Clown, and Banny the other rabbit because redundant. So far, the canon storyline is spread out across 3 main uploads made by a person named Anthony, titled Introductory Tape, Relocate Project, and Bunny Farm. We know this based on messages Anthony leaves in the description of each video. As he himself calls out, each upload is, in fact, a compilation of tapes, ranging from found footage to gameplay recordings to training tapes for new employees. And right off the bat, we're presented with this. Backwards text. Backwards text that, when flipped, gives us this message.
You finally start to remember. That old day. They will look out for you soon.
You finally start to remember that old day. They will look out for you soon. So already within minutes of this thing starting, we can tell that we're dealing with a repressed memory or amnesia plot. But who or what is coming for us? It's 2 minutes later when things get real serious.
Bon invited Shah, Bozu, and
That nightmare fuel there is Jack Walten, one of the co-founders of Bon's Burgers alongside his best friend Felix Kranken. We're told later in the series that they met in college in 1958 via their shared dream of building a restaurant themed around robotic mascots, which kind of feels like a weirdly specific thing to have a shared dream about with a random guy you met in college, but hey, you do you, Jack. Well, apparently doing you means putting his creepy pasta face in the scariest places imaginable. Jack is everywhere across all these tapes. On a movie box, on late night television, in your backpack. We see a missing poster appear on TV with Jack's face, but unfortunately, the video is too low quality to make out the details on the bottom on their own.
Yeah,
The sound design of this thing is just horrific. You would think that our clues would end there, but in a brilliant move on the part of Martin Walls, creator of the series, by turning on closed captions, we can see that Jack has been missing since June 11th, 1974, the same year that Bon's Burgers opened and then shortly thereafter closed. Coincidence? I think not. Our little Bon cartoon tries to get some light, but in a flash, we see a possessed Bon animatronic over a new character named Sophie, dressed in every security guard's favorite color, purple. After the Sophie jump scare, we cut to live-action found footage from October 10th, 1982, where we meet and immediately lose our final new character from this first video, Brian Stells, a facility caretaker for Bunny Smiles Incorporated, the parent company of Bon's Burgers. But he's not going to a restaurant, friends. Instead, we watch as he drives to a storage facility that's buried deep in the woods, labeled K9.
I've been driving for 20 minutes, and I can't find the place. I made it to the location. I think Chris told me this place hasn't been working since about 78, 79.
His job is to test out the animatronics. Alone in the woods in an abandoned storage facility turning on bloody animatronics. I think we all know how this one's gonna end. Brian is chased into the forest by Bon only to get himself crunched, leaving us with the parting words, quote, "He thought I was her." Notice again the purple uniform, suspicious. And with that uplifting message, the first upload of the series ends. But the mystery continues. You see, under the video is a pinned comment written by an account named Acted. The comment is, well, it looks like someone tried typing it with their feet. A string of random letters and numbers seemingly amounting to nothing. But you all know better because you all are theorists. You know that's gonna be a code, and indeed it is. It's a text string written in base 64, which, when translated using an online decoder, gives us, quote, "The first pieces of the puzzle have been placed. The puzzle is far from a solution, however. Be wary of the hints that appear over time. One misdirection can throw off the course of this puzzle forever. Psi 05. Noteworthy here is the name Psi 05, which, when translated back in base 64, is, go figure, K9, just like the animatronics storage facility. And now, things are really getting suspicious. Going to his channel reveals nothing but a ticking clock and a promise of more puzzle pieces for those who are patient. And speaking of patiently waiting for more clues, we'll be back with more Walten Files clues here in a minute, but first it's time for a break to thank our sponsor for this portion of today's episode, Google One, who sent me, go figure, this VHS tape for the integration.
That's clever.
Sell online.
This was clever.
Who sent me, go figure, this
and all that.
VHS tape for the integration.
Hey, you!
Yeah, it was
yes,
clever.
You
Anyway.
there, sitting on the couch.
I don't know what to say about this.
Is your cloud feeling crowded? Do you have a mysterious
I have a
facility buried in the woods hiding your deepest,
few
darkest
ideas
secrets because you
what
have nowhere else to put them? If any
other
of those
parts are,
apply
but I
to
need to
you,
see
then
if
let's
it's
face
true
it,
or not.
we've all been in at least one of those situations.
Then you should consider Google One, the paid membership that's designed to give you expanded storage.
Oh.
gigs. True story, breaking from that VHS thing for a second here. We recently celebrated our 10-year anniversary over on Game Theory, which meant a lot of
Gonna leave a link and all that to the original
so to
videos
recap,
if
we
you want
have
to see
Bonds
that.
Burger's
and link
co-founder
to their
Jack
channel.
Walten missing, but perhaps still alive
yeah, I'm
due to
gonna
a
leave
message
that in the
of "Let
description
me out
below,
of here"
so
on
be sure to
Bonds
check
TV
that
in
out
that
and
first
give these
video. We
people
have
your
someone
support.
trying to regain.
Because they obviously done so much work when it comes to this. I mean, I've seen the game theories, I've seen old game theories, I've seen old film theories, mainly old classic movie ones, but not a lot of them. But yeah, I like their channel. I like all this and everything they do. So be sure to give them some support by clicking the link to their channel or this video and give them support and all that. Because I really like their work. So let's
lost
keep going.
memories and someone or something else trying to help those memories come back. We also have two purple-clad security caretakers, Dead Brian from 1982, who was mistaken for someone else, and Sophie. Could Brian have been mistaken for Sophie? Maybe, but to know for sure, we have to continue to the second and longer video titled Walten Files 2 Relocate Project. And again, having closed captions on gives us immediate clues that we wouldn't have otherwise. Dates for the 4 tapes that we're about to watch, which surprisingly are all released around the same time. A training tape from July 2nd, 1978, a tech support tape from a few days later, July 9th, 1978, found footage from 3 technicians dated July 12th to the 14th, and then finally a jump forward to a reprogramming tape from a month later, August, also 1978. Man, isn't it nice when franchises give you a clear and thought out timeline? Isn't that a nice thing to have? Scott Cawthon, I hope you're taking notes. Oh, sorry, my allergies just kicked in there. I'm allergic to unclear and muddy timelines.
Kinda deserve that.
From these tapes, we start to fill in the gap of time from the previous upload. With all these coming from 1978, we learn what's happened since the closure of Bonds Burgers and Jack's disappearance 4 years prior, but also what led to Brian's death in 1982. We see that in that time Jack's partner Felix Franken completely took over the company, literally cropping out his former best friend like you do with an ex-boyfriend on social media. The name Relocate Project is his initiative to, well, I'll let the text-to-speech bot tell you.
The purpose of relocating them in a new restaurant that would be opened in a not-so-distant future. A pretty smart plan, right?
A not-so-distant future of 1982, as we see on this high-fidelity drawing of the restaurant. So this tells us that Brian's death, also in 1982, was a direct result of Felix trying to rebrand and reopen the Bonds Burger franchise. And the film isn't subtle about how great of a guy Felix is.
Let's give it up for Felix Franken, a man with not only a giant brain, but also a giant heart.
Hold on, what's that in the darkness? Brighten it. Oh, sends shivers down my spine, but there's Jack again, almost as if he disagrees with the video calling Felix such a smart and amazing guy. The rest of the tapes in this batch seem to be telling us which souls possess which animatronics. We first see Banny the Lady Bunny, who seems to be possessed by a woman named Susan Woodings based on a missing poster that needs to be brightened in order to read. Banny seems to be trapped, as throughout her section we see imagery of caged rabbits and hear that
The rabbit is starving. The rabbit is starving. The rabbit is starving. The rabbit is starving.
Sounds like that bunny might be starving. I don't know, just a hunch. So, is Susan starving, or is this the animatronic itself starving and needing to feed on souls? It's unclear at this point, but it does seem to connect with a secret final line that happens after this episode's credits. Waiting until the very, very, very end of the video gives us this line.
Shadow Man, feed me when lights go off.
Shadow Man feeds me when lights go off. Weird, right? It would seem like we have another malevolent force at play in the story, or maybe the Shadow Man is a caretaker of sorts for these animatronics and the souls that are contained inside. Either way, it does seem like we see the Shadow Man on this same upload, in the 3rd tape, the Technical Support VHS. Here, Shaw the Sheep gives us a tour of the facility, leaving rooms and leaving behind a dark figure, something that could easily be described as a Shadow Man. But that's not all the creep factor in this tape. In addition to your standard creepy posters on the wall and disturbing disturbing imagery, we get this piece of audio. More reverse sounds. Playing it backwards, we get this.
Rosemary would go to the restaurant every night hoping that his beloved husband would reappear after being missing for weeks. But no response until one day she heard a voice saying, "I know where she is, Rosie," coming from the backstage.
So it seems obvious that Shaw has the spirit of a woman named Rosemary inside. Based on the fact that we hear talk of her missing husband, Rosemary appears to be Jack's wife, also meeting with an untimely fate. But the real detail to call out here is the voice that leads her backstage before she gets stuffed, using a shorter, more casual name like Rosie. She's actively being lured back there by someone who knows who she is. We hear later that Bon the Bunny is the one who will
fix you. You will be beautiful.
So could it be that Bon was also the one luring her into the back? Or was it the Shadow Man? In any case, it's yet another confirmed victim of the restaurant chain and yet another animatronic identity confirmed. Which leads us to the last tape of the bunch, in which 3 employees spend a night in the K9 facility as they try to reprogram the animatronics. Ashley Parks, one of the 3, wanders off at night to explore deeper into the facility. Through her found footage, we not only meet a new animal friend, a gray rabbit that appears to be more puppet than robot, but we also get up close and personal with Billy the Clown, which seems to be an older model complete with a cassette player in his stomach.
clown.
And of course, this being a horror series, Ashley can't help herself. She plays the tape only to hear this.
Jack, Susan, Charles, Rosemary, Sophie.
A list of names, and not just any names: Jack, Susan, Rosemary, Sophie. 1 character we know went missing, 2 we know are in animatronics, and Sophie, whose role is still unclear. Plus, there's a new name this time, Charles. Could this be a list of souls possessing our 5 animatronics? Or, since we suspect that Rosemary and Jack were husband and wife, are they instead all related to each other? It remains to be seen at this point in the series. What doesn't remain a mystery, though, is the fate of Ashley, who, like so many before her, gets attacked by Bon and put into Billy. In a flash frame before the video ends, we're left with this chilling message in text across the screen of how their visit ended.
They left the next day. They thought Ashley left early, but she was in the back doors, screaming as much as she could, but no one heard the screams. The following days, the caretakers would complain about an awful smell coming from the back doors. Company decided to shut down the facility until new advice. The relocate project was unsuccessful. Ashley is still there, but she's not screaming anymore. She saw something she wasn't supposed to see, and now she's beautiful. She's beautiful. She's beautiful. She's beautiful.
Again, just like Rosemary, we have this repeated theme of beauty, that fusing with the robots make you beautiful in some way. And with that, we're through everything from the first 2 canon Walten files. Or are we? You see, there's one other massive secret in this video, a hidden code to find an unlisted video on Martin Walls' channel. And it's hinted at by everyone's favorite commenter, More puzzle pieces have been laid out for you. Others are more significant than others. 2 pieces are crucial to slowly achieving the solution. Find the pieces, return them to me, and meet at the intersection. See you soon." End quote. And wouldn't you know it, but sure enough, there's a YouTube link broken in 2 pieces, hidden at both the front and back of the Relocate Project video. Putting them together gives you access to a secret video, lucky you, where everything starts to come together. But that, my friends, is a story for another day when we continue dissecting the clues hidden in this incredibly dense series. So for today, I'm gonna have to leave it at that. 3 solved animatronics and a lot of loose threads to tie up. Like, who is Sophie? What happened to Jack? What is the Shadow Man? And seriously, a burger restaurant? Pizzeria, I get, but burgers? I don't know, now you're pushing my suspension of disbelief. Anyway, what you think? Should I keep going? Was that a fun one?
I mean, it's not
maybe fun's
the
wrong
most
word. Maybe
unbelievable
interesting,
thing
compelling?
ever.
The cool thing about this series is that it's able to get dark in a way that FNAF really can't, or at least hasn't yet. But this is more visceral, more raw, and to me, as a result, much more scary.
Well, we
so
don't
if you'd
actually
like to see more,
technically
leave the
see
comment down
people
below.
die.
Wah wah Walten. I don't know why
We see
I
the
asked you for that
bodies sometimes,
specifically.
but
I thought it
not
would be
really
kinda funny
anything
to see a bunch
else.
of wah wah Waltens down there, but you know, you can just leave a comment of whatever. And heck, make sure you subscribe, because at this point, I at least have to get through that secret video in part 3, right? Right? Well, if you want to be notified of when that video drops, hitting the subscribe button is the only way to do it. And until then, remember, it's all just a theory. A film theory. And sweet dreams.
I asked for more, but that was a mistake.
All right. So, my thoughts on this. I have to say, besides the secret stuff, it's all stuff we knew. It's stuff I already knew. But it makes things more clearer and ties in knots that I didn't realize was there until mentioned. I know that Reaper, you sent me a few comments about what's going on. And while I have read them, I didn't fully get it. I mean, besides the names, the deaths, it makes me curious about what was going on, actually. I did get it, it's just I didn't. But it makes me more curious about what's going on. This is something. If you've seen the third part with me, you would know that the rabbit is Sophie's two youngest siblings. I don't know their obsession with beauty, though. So that's a thing that leaves more questions than anything else. I'm honestly gonna do 2 reactions this week. Also, by the time this is uploaded, there's gonna be a live stream that exact same day. So be sure to follow the link down below to see it. Otherwise, you will miss it. Is it gonna be anything horrifying? No. Sadly not. Well, not now, at least. It's gonna be a different game, different stuff. But while that's uploaded, I'm probably gonna make, like, upload the stream, like, cut some parts out and something else, and upload to YouTube on Wednesday. At most, if I can get that to work, then yes, I will upload it on Wednesday. But I'm only doing it like every once a week. I'm gonna do more reaction videos since I have like a bunch of people. Well, I have a bunch of things to react to. Also, I've seen your thing, your comment, Reaper, about the Spider-Man movie, and yes, it is by far the best movie that came out in 2021. The Spider-Man movie. If you all haven't seen that, then you should really get it when it comes out in DVD, or if you want to see it in the movie theater, be sure to check it out. I saw it. It was amazing. 10 out of 10. Well, 9.5 out of 10, because, well, I'm not going to spoil anything. There's just one thing I hate about it that I wish didn't happen. Other than that, it is perfect. Though I would make that more of a 9.9 out of 10. Anyway, I'm gonna do the tragic secret at the Walten files later this week, and then I will be done with the Walten files entirely, hopefully. Yeah, that's hopefully. Anyway, I hope you all enjoy. If you did, be sure to hit the like button down below, show your love, show everything. From support to love to like to see more stuff like this, whether it be something involving film theory, game theory, or any of this stuff, then be sure to hit the like button, but also hit the subscribe button to show your support for the channel. And yeah, I think you heard from the beginning of the video. It's the least you can do. Also, be sure to hit the notification button to be notified immediately when a new video comes out. Because you don't want to miss any new videos that come out. For everything, it's gonna be crazy. Also, be sure to leave a comment about anything else you want me to react to. I'm not opposed to any reactions. Just be sure to leave it down in the comments below, and I will do it as soon as I can. So with that said, I hope you'll enjoy, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!